A couple of days ago, I had something very funny happen to me. I was at the gym with my buddies. Yes, now you know the place we're going to talk about. And the place was full. Literally every single machine was taken. It was so bad that my friends were on the verge of giving up the workout. They would rather not train than to sit with these people. There were so many people in the gym. But I told them, nah, you're fucking stupid. Of course, not in that way, but I told them that there's no way we're leaving the gym. We have to get the workout done. So I used what happened in that day as an opportunity to bring my friend's social skills up. And oh, man, I walked out of the gym that day with maybe, what? I don't want to lie to you, but several new people at the gym. And the amount of conversation I had to start that day, oh, shit. Oh, boy. There's so many. I have to tell you, the gym is the best place for talking to people. Just in general. Cold approaching, meeting your friends. This place does everything for you. And it's not about just getting big. I don't give a fuck about that. The amount of social gains you make here. Social gains. Yes, that's a thing. You don't go to the gym to just train your muscles. That's what most people do. What you should use the gym for as well is to train your mind. This is the perfect place for training your social skills. The best place in my opinion. Because it's not hard to find a good looking woman there. Fuck. It's not hard to find a huge guy there who can help you out. The amount of nice relationships you can make there is just amazing. The chances of you talking to somebody who's like a little bit odd, very low. Very low. Most people, and I'm not trying to generalize the gym community because there are fucking weirdos there too. But for the most part, you'll find some very good people there. I remember it was a week ago, I think. I was with the same friend group, right? And one of my friends saw a good-looking girl. And he wanted to talk to her so bad, but he couldn't find the courage to do it. So me and my friends, we were like screaming at her. We were telling him, just go fucking do it. Go do that shit. We were like literally pushing him to do it. Until he finally broke the mental barrier. He finally grabbed himself bad enough to do it. He talked to her. And guess what? As the rest of the group, we were trying to get the exercise done. We looked around and we was like, hey, where's the guy at? Where's our friend at? Because I don't want to reveal his name. Where's our friend at? And we started looking around the whole gym and we realized he was still talking to the same girl. Just a couple of minutes ago, we were trying to push him to speak to her. And it ended up going so good that they just kept talking to each other. They made out like the next week, I think. They went to the gym together and guess what? The gym is a beautiful place. However, one thing I have to break to you that you don't want to hear because it's the unsexy thing to say. Why am I stuttering so much today? It's the unsexy thing to say. However, I feel like you need to know this. When you're going to start cold approaching people and just talking to people in general, brace yourself for a lot of discomfort. Because the first couple times you're going to do it, you'll end up... And I'm not trying to dismotivate you or anything, but you will fuck it up a couple of times. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Don't push on yourself if you fuck shit up. Don't just beat yourself down if you talk to a girl and it doesn't work out at the gym. You need to go through this. These are XP points. You're learning experience. You're gaining experience. It's like a video game stat. The more you do something, the more XP points you get and the more you level up that stat. I've played RPGs my whole fucking life. I know how this shit works. Listen, I'll tell you a story, matter of fact, of how I myself fucked up once. So there was this girl I used to go to primary with together. And back then, I didn't really care much about it. I'll just say it. I'll just downright say it. She was a little bit chubby. She was a little bit chubby in primary. I didn't give a fuck about it. But then when we went to different high schools, shit. Very good looking, I'll tell you. And I met her at the same gym I go to. Of course it was the gym. The whole video was about the gym. Of course it was the gym. And we started talking like, hey, how you doing? It's been a couple of years. Yeah. And I know what I'm going to say is zesty as fuck. And if somebody ever finds this video, if somebody who knows me in person ever finds this video, it might seem a little bit weird. But when I talked to her, I couldn't help but just... I'll never... A couple of minutes ago when I clicked the record button, I'll never expect myself to talk about things like this in this video. But yeah, I wanted to talk to her so bad. So I found the courage and I asked her on like Snapchat, I think, whether she wants to meet. And she said yes. Yay! Fucking yay! I was so happy for myself. I was so happy. Back then also I was pretty shit at talking to women, so of course I was happy. We met and yada yada yada. We started talking and guess what? One time I had to go do my own exercise. But after I was done with the exercise, right? I wanted to go to her because I wanted to use the machine she was using. And I remember something in my brain was just like, I couldn't handle the pressure, I guess. And instead of just slowly asking her, I was like, hey, I don't want to disrupt you, but how many sets you got on this exercise? And she was like, hey, yo, what? I remember she said it on like the whole gym, like very loud. She was like, what? And I remember I was so embarrassed. It was in that moment, as soon as she said that, I immediately realized the mistake. And, you know, I repeated it slowly and, you know, better, but I could just tell she was not into it. But yeah, you should be completely ready for fucking it up. It's part of the process. It's part of the process. When you play a fucking video game and you have like, you're a level 1 character and you immediately try to go for the level 10 boss, of course you're going to fuck it up. Of course you're going to fuck it up. Because to be the level 10 boss, you need to be level 15 first. And you have to grind, you have to level up so that you can get to that point. It's a stupid, brain-dead analogy, but it just works. You now understand what I mean. The gym is the perfect place for this. Because most of the people who are at the gym, they're not some, you know, idiotic blue hair vaping. You won't find that type of person in the gym. I promise you. Very rarely, at least. It's like finding a shiny Pokemon in the forest. Very rare. And most of the times, once you learn how to start conversations with people, people at the gym are always the people who are the most fun to talk to. Because they all have like this amazing story. I mean, maybe not all, but when you ask that person, this is my favorite question to ask people. You can know this for yourself. One of the best questions, one of the best conversation starters is I just ask people, how long have you been lifting for? How did you start lifting? And then they start to open up. And from that point on, you can like sort of grab onto some of the things they said and just ask more questions and make the whole conversation about them. And then they just want to talk more to you. They can sort of vomit all their thoughts they have in their mind onto you. And that's so good because now you know so much about that person. You can just ask more questions and more questions and more questions. And that's how you want a conversation with somebody. I promise you, you can, this is me going off topic again, but fuck it. You can make more friends in 2 weeks by focusing more on the person than you can make friends in 2 years by being focused on yourself. I promise you. Go try it right now. Next time, you're going to talk to somebody in the gym because that's your homework for the day. After you're done watching this video, you have a little homework to do. Your homework is to cold approach somebody at the gym. Next time you're going to do that, right? Focus the whole thing on them. Just spam questions. And just make sure that the questions aren't like bold or too basic. They're like, oh, how are you? You don't want to sound like an NPC. You want to seem like you're genuinely engaged in the conversation. Because fuck it, you probably are. If you're cold approaching a person, you think he's interesting, right? That's why you want to talk to him in the first place. So when you ask questions about that person, be genuine with it. That's how you get people to like you more. You focus the whole thing on them instead of yourself. You need to tone down your ego a little bit. Okay, because you watched to this point of the video, I'm gonna give you a couple more places that you can cold approach people, because most people already clicked off. Those are not the type of people I want to help anyway. Fuck that. So the few places that you can also cold approach people, or just talk to people in general, martial arts gyms. Very good place. This is personally my second favorite, because a major part of people who go to martial arts also lift weights. So if you can talk to the martial arts guy if he lifts weights too, and you can schedule a meeting at the gym. Simple. Correlates very well. So you got the gym. A very underrated place, in my opinion. Online. Talking to people online is so good. It's a little bit different than cold approaching somebody in person, because you're not going to be holding eye contact as well. And especially when you're in a group chat, you know this feeling. Sometimes you just sort of talk over each other and it becomes weird. I know what it's like. Don't worry. So yeah, these are the two places I also wanted to recommend. Martial arts gyms. My brain lagging today. And online groups. You can try at school too. School's a little bit different because you know what type of people you can find at school. You need to be very cautious with the type of people you talk to at school, because you might end up with a weirdo. But fuck it. That's pretty much it. Your homework for today is, next time you're going to go to the gym or any of the places I just described, just start a conversation with somebody. Please. The gym is goated for this. It's the best place for this shit. In my personal opinion, at least. If you disagree with my opinion, you can leave a comment. Whatever. If you like the way I talk, you can join the Discord. You can click the button if you'd like. Do whatever you want, really. I mean, if you watch this part of the video, then what the fuck you're doing? Of course you want to stay. Why not? Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Sorry for the stuttering today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'll see you in the next one.